Chosen one, there is a line in the spirit that no man can cross without consequence, and you are the one for whom that line was drawn. Those who thought they could mock, sabotage, or wound you without repercussion have unknowingly declared war against me. They thought they were fighting you, but I take it personally, because you are my vessel, my possession, and my promise in motion. You have been misunderstood, slandered, and betrayed, not because of who you are, but because of who you carry. My spirit rests on you, and that presence carries both blessing and judgment. I defend what I place my name on, and chosen one, my name is written across your life in permanent ink. They didn't realize they were handling holy ground when they mishandled you. What they called weakness in you was actually restraint, and what they saw as vulnerability was divine preparation for power. The first consequence they will witness is spiritual exposure. I will uncover the true intentions of their heart before they even speak. I see behind the smile, beyond the handshake, beneath the compliment. There is no mask thick enough to hide from me. The moment they set their hearts to harm you, the heavenly surveillance began. Their gossip will echo back to them, their lies will collapse under my truth, and their hidden traps will be tripped by their own feet. I am not slow to act. I am precise, and I wait until the moment will be most undeniable. You won't need to defend yourself because their own mouths will betray them. I will bring what is done in darkness into the light, and they will know it was my hand that exposed them. Every false alliance, every whispered curse, every backroom scheme will be pulled into full view, not for your shame, but for their correction. The second consequence is relational reversal. Those who left you for dead will come back needing your help. I will orchestrate situations that strip them of the very pride that led them to abandon you. Their resources will dry up, their platforms will shrink, their circle will scatter, until they are left to face the weight of what they did. I'm not doing this to humiliate, but to humble. I do not take pleasure in vengeance, but I will always protect covenant. You are not the abandoned, you are the elevated. And just as Joseph's brothers once bowed before him, not knowing who he'd become, so will they return, not recognizing the authority I've placed on you. But you won't greet them in bitterness. You will stand in mercy, not weakness, because you'll know it was I who raised you. You will know your value not by their apology, but by the transformation I've produced in your life. The third consequence is delayed access. I will restrict their movement where you are concerned. They may try to reach you, reconcile, or re-enter, but my spirit will create a boundary they cannot cross without repentance. This is not rejection, it's divine regulation. There are some who can no longer be close to you, not because you hate them, but because my glory upon you demands separation. You are going where they cannot follow, and they will feel that disconnection in ways they can't explain. I will close doors they once opened, silence conversations they once dominated, and sever ties that once drained you. This is your season of protected elevation. They may try to walk with you again, but unless I restore it, the connection will remain blocked. You are not to chase them, defend them, or explain yourself. You are to walk forward while I handle the rest. The fourth consequence is reputation reversal. They tried to ruin your name, but I will raise it in places their voices can't reach. Your name was dragged, but it will be restored. Your image was distorted, but it will be redeemed. I am the author of your influence, and no lie can outright my truth. They whispered about you in private, but I will honor you in public. The same ones who warned others about you will now have to explain your rise. I'm going to cause your reputation to outrun your resume. The credibility they tried to crush will return stronger, because it will no longer be based on people's perception, but on my performance in your life. Don't try to fix what they've said. Don't beg to be believed. Let me handle it. I will make your life louder than their lies. The fifth consequence is prophetic pressure. I will place a divine weight on their conscience they cannot escape. They will be haunted not by guilt alone, but by my spirit drawing them to conviction. Some will dream of you. Some will feel unrest they cannot explain. Some will hear your name in unexpected places until they are forced to face what they did. I will interrupt their comfort. I will disrupt their peace, not to destroy them, but to awaken them to the truth. What they dismissed in arrogance, they will now remember in clarity. I am the God who doesn't just restore the broken. I confront the breaker. And when I confront, I do it with the full force of heaven's truth. You won't have to lift a finger. My presence will speak louder than your pain ever could. The sixth consequence is divine compensation. I will repay you for what was stolen. Not just in material ways, but in emotional, spiritual, and relational wealth. Every tear you cried in secret will return as joy in public. Every sleepless night will turn into supernatural rest. Every loss will be returned sevenfold, not just in quantity, but in quality. What you thought you missed, I've multiplied in a higher realm. I am restoring the years, the peace, and the confidence they tried to take from you. This is not recovery. It's divine repayment. And when I compensate, I overcompensate. What they tried to destroy, I will rebuild better. What they broke in you, I will bless through you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are defended by a God who never loses a case. They picked the wrong one to touch. When they targeted you, they triggered me. You didn't have to fight back, because vengeance belongs to me, and justice is not delayed. It's divinely timed. I've seen everything. I've counted every wound, measured every betrayal, and stored every cry. Now, Chosen One, it's my turn. Watch what I do next. Chosen One, let me make something unmistakably clear. When I say I defend you, I don't mean I might. I mean I will. I am not a passive observer to your pain. I am an active judge, a warring defender, and a faithful father who will not allow what's mine to be mishandled without consequence. Some assumed your silence meant surrender. They mistook your kindness for powerlessness. But your stillness was obedience, and your restraint was protection for them. I gave space for repentance, but where there is none, there will be recompense. I do not abandon my own, and I will not allow those who touched you with wickedness to walk away untouched by justice. They crossed a line they didn't know existed, but now they will learn. Because you are not ordinary, you are marked. You have been chosen, not just for blessing, but for divine preservation. When others suffer the fallout of their own rebellion, you will be shielded. When judgment falls on the disobedient, you will be elevated in the same place where you were attacked. I am separating you from the consequences of their actions. You will not reap what they sowed. You will not carry their burdens. I have placed a wall of fire around your destiny, and no unauthorized hand can reach through it. While they scramble, you will rise. While they scheme, you will soar. This is not arrogance, it's alignment. I have set you apart, and the evidence will be undeniable, not by your striving, but by my supernatural protection. Let me speak this clearly. Your life is off limits to their curses. Every word spoken against you will return empty. Every hex, every slander, every accusation will collapse under the weight of truth. You are not under the jurisdiction of man's opinion. You are governed by heaven's decree. Their spiritual weapons will fail before they reach you. Their witchcraft, their manipulation, their emotional control, it ends now. I've broken the contract they never had the right to write. What was formed against you has been disarmed. You are shielded not by silence, but by sanctification. I covered you when you didn't even know you were being targeted. I blocked attacks that never made it to your awareness. This is divine immunity. This is heavenly enforcement. You are about to see me defend you publicly in a way that silences every voice raised against you. The same mouths that ridiculed you will be forced to acknowledge what I've placed on your life. Not for your ego, but for my glory. They laughed at your obedience, but they won't be laughing at your outcome. I will raise you up right in front of the ones who tried to bury you. They said you wouldn't recover. They said you were finished. They said you were crazy for trusting me. But now I will make you a spectacle of my faithfulness, not to shame them, but to confirm you. I'm about to make your vindication visible, and no one will be able to deny it. Before we go on, take a second, like this video, subscribe for more like this, and type 55 below. That's your sign of divine alignment. You don't need to chase proof. I am the proof. I will place such undeniable favor on your life that it will shut down every rumor without you saying a word. The doors I'm about to open for you are not open to the ones who disrespected you. The tables I prepare will not have seats for those who tried to pull yours away. I'm not just elevating you, I'm insulating you. The higher you rise, the tighter my circle becomes. You don't owe anyone access. Let me handle who belongs in your next. I am not sentimental when it comes to your destiny. I will remove anyone who threatens it, even if you miss them. I saw the secret attacks, the things they said when you weren't in the room. I heard the laughter, the mocking, the plots to discredit what I planted in you, and I let it happen. Not because I approved, but because I wanted to show you who was never for you. You needed to see it clearly. Now that you do, trust me when I say, I will deal with it. Your job is not to retaliate. Your role is to keep building. I'll handle the backlash. You stay in alignment, keep your hands clean while I dirty the battlefield. My justice doesn't miss. There is a divine consequence that goes beyond just correction. It is redirection. Those who tried to sabotage you will watch me redirect blessings that were once meant for them into your hands. The favor they forfeited through envy will now fall on you. Their delay became your acceleration. Their pride became your promotion. This is divine transfer. I give grace to the humble, and I resist the proud. And you, chosen one, humbled yourself before me. Now watch me do what only I can do. You're about to walk in blessings that originally had someone else's name on them, but they touched you, and in doing so they triggered a reversal. Chosen one, this is not just about personal vengeance, it's about divine order. When someone touches what I've consecrated, they disrupt the flow of my justice, and I move swiftly to restore balance. You are not to live in fear of retaliation, but in confidence of protection. You are not at risk, you are under assignment. And with every assignment I authorize, I also fund, defend, and preserve. You are not exposed, you are covered. You are not vulnerable, you are sealed. My angels have been dispatched on your behalf, and no hand raised against you will succeed. I am not watching you struggle and deciding whether to help. I already helped. You are walking in a battle that has already been won. I am releasing a new level of discernment over your life, so that you never again confuse proximity with loyalty. Some of the ones who hurt you wore familiar faces. They smiled while they sabotaged. They encouraged you while they envied you. And I allowed it for one purpose, so you would outgrow the need for external validation. You no longer require their applause to know you are anointed. You've learned to recognize me in silence, in betrayal, and even in loss. And that lesson, painful as it was, has qualified you for promotion. Because I only elevate those who've been purified. I only entrust greater influence to those who have endured the fire without cursing the flame. You didn't just survive the test, you passed it. You need to know this. The attack was never personal, it was spiritual. The enemy wasn't afraid of you, he was afraid of what you carry. Hell saw your potential before you did. The warfare you endured was confirmation of your mantle. And now that you've survived it, there is a new level of authority on your life. I've given you access to declare, to bind, to loose, to speak with power. You will not live in reaction. You will live in command. What once hit you will now have to answer to you. You are not merely protected, you are empowered. You've come through the warfare not weakened, but weaponized. They thought your silence meant they won. They thought your disappearance meant defeat. But you were not hiding. You were healing. You were not retreating. You were being redefined. And now you return, not as a victim, but as a vessel of vengeance. Not bitter, but better. Not broken, but bolder. They will not recognize you at first, because you no longer move from pain, you move from power. I have reintroduced you to yourself, and now I'm about to reintroduce you to the world. You are coming back with clarity, with fire, and with the evidence of my hand all over your life. The ones who dismissed you will now have to deal with the undeniable weight of your assignment. I am positioning you in rooms where their words can't follow. I am elevating you in circles they can't access. This next season of your life will be marked by selective visibility. I will make you visible to those assigned to bless you and invisible to those sent to block you. You are no longer in the season of convincing. This is the season of commanding. You will walk in such favor that it will provoke confusion in those who thought they buried you. They will wonder how you got here, and the answer will be simple. I did it. There are blessings with your name on them that were delayed by distraction. You entertained conversations you should have ignored. You gave access to people I had already removed. But even in that, I protected your harvest. Nothing was lost, only postponed. And now, chosen one, it's catch-up season. I am accelerating the release of what was once held up. What should have taken years will now take months. What looked impossible will manifest quickly, and those who once mocked you for waiting will now marvel at what was waiting for you. My delays are not denials. They are divine setups for undeniable outcomes. Understand this, there is a consequence even in your rise. Those who touched you will have to watch you thrive without their participation. They'll scroll through glimpses of a life they no longer have access to. They will hear about breakthroughs they can't interrupt. They will feel the distance and not know how to close it. And that is not cruelty, it is consequence. I warned them. I gave space for change. I waited in mercy. But they persisted, and now they will witness from afar what they forfeited up close. You are not punishing them. I am protecting you, so do not look back. Do not reach for what I've removed. Do not invite into your future what betrayed you in your past. There is nothing back there for you. You have crossed over. You are now walking in divine immunity, in prophetic fulfillment, and in irreversible grace. What they meant for evil, I've already turned for good. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them watch. But you, chosen one, walk forward. Because what I'm about to do next will silence every tongue that ever rose against you. Chosen one, you need to understand. My defense of you isn't just personal, it's prophetic. I am not merely protecting your name, I am protecting a legacy, a bloodline, and a mission that flows through you. This is bigger than the offense, bigger than the betrayal, bigger than the pain. What you're carrying affects generations, and that's why the opposition came so hard. It wasn't about the insult, it was about the inheritance. The enemy tried to interrupt what I had ordained. But what I ordained cannot be overturned. I knew what they would do before they did it, and I made a way for your deliverance before the attack was even launched. That is why you're still standing. That is why they couldn't break you. Because my plan includes both their actions and your victory. I am defending your purpose with the same force I used to part seas, shut lions' mouths, and bring down walls. I don't do halfway protection. I don't do partial defense. When I step in, I bring the fullness of heaven's backing with me. You are not outnumbered. You are not outmatched. For every word spoken against you, I've released a decree in your favor. For every trap set against you, I've prepared a way of escape. Your enemies have underestimated what it means to touch someone in covenant with me. They looked at your humanity and forgot your divinity. They saw the vessel, but missed the oil. But now they will see both, and it will humble them. There is a shift happening right now in the spirit realm. I am reversing the flow. What once moved against you will now work for you. What once caused pain will now produce power. You are not who you used to be. That attack birthed something in you that could not have been formed in comfort. You've been reshaped in the fire, and now you carry a sharpness, a discernment, a maturity that no devil can counterfeit. You are dangerous to hell now, not because of your past, but because of your posture. You don't flinch at warfare anymore. You don't panic at opposition. You've been through enough to know, I always come through. Watch how I begin to use what was meant to break you as the very platform I raise you on. The shame they tried to throw on you will become your testimony. The loss they laughed at will become your leverage. The rejection they inflicted will become your reward. I'm not just defending your name, I'm building your influence. You won't have to network your way into rooms. I will summon you. I will endorse you. I will anoint your presence to speak louder than your past. And those who said God is done with you will soon say, surely God is with you. This is the season where the consequences become visible, not just to your enemies, but to you. You're about to witness how thorough I am in vindication. I don't just restore, I upgrade. I don't just bring you back, I launch you forward. The places where you were once silenced, I will now make your voice unignorable. The areas where you were discredited, I will now use as proof of my favor. You won't just be restored to where you were, you'll be established in where I always intended you to be. What looked like a setback was me setting the stage. Some of the people who touched you thought they were doing you a favor by tolerating you. They thought you needed them more than they needed you. So they disrespected your time, dismissed your value, and diminished your worth. But I kept record. And now, I'm about to show them who you really are in me. You were never the dependent one. You were the divine one. They thought they were the door, but you were the assignment. And now that I've closed that chapter, I'm going to show you doors they'll never be able to walk through. Understand, I didn't allow the pain to crush you. I allowed it to reveal you. That pressure exposed the truth about who's with you, who's against you, and who never deserved access to begin with. And now that you've seen clearly, I'm calling you higher. This is your season of separation, not isolation, but elevation. I'm pulling you out of the familiar into the fruitful. You're done explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You're done shrinking to keep others comfortable. You're done apologizing for being chosen. You are mine, and that is enough. So walk tall, walk healed, walk unafraid. You are not defenseless. You are not abandoned. You are not alone. I've gone before you. I stand behind you. I war beside you. I live within you. And anyone who dares to touch you now must reckon with me. I am not the God who watches passively. I am the God who moves decisively. And chosen one, I've moved. Watch what happens next. Chosen one, there's a reason your battles have been so specific, so relentless, and so personal. It's because the enemy knew he could not stop your calling, so he tried to distract you from it. Every attack you faced was designed to wound your identity, to make you question what I already declared over your life. But let me tell you something eternal. My word over you cannot be revoked. What I've spoken will stand. What I've ordained will manifest. They could lie about you, but they couldn't change your destiny. They could block opportunities, but they couldn't block your anointing. I've set you apart, and now I'm setting you above. Every voice that tried to define you will be silenced by the results I produce through you. You are not the wounded one. You are the chosen one. You are not the story they told. You are the chapter I'm still writing. I know it hurt. I know it felt unfair. But I needed you to learn something their praise would have never taught you. I needed you to find me in rejection, to hear me in silence, to discover strength when no one else showed up. That was not abandonment. It was appointment. I pulled you into the secret place so I could mark you privately before I reveal you publicly. Your pain wasn't wasted. Your isolation wasn't random. I was there the entire time, building you into a vessel no man could take credit for. Now, the same places that tolerated you will regret underestimating you. I'm turning rejection into recognition, but you won't need their platform. I've already built one for you. I am elevating you in ways they cannot explain. The doors that are opening now won't require politics or approval. I've endorsed you in the heavens, and what I've opened, no man can shut. You are not climbing. You are being lifted. You are not striving. You are being summoned. Your next level isn't something you'll fight for. It's something I've already assigned. But don't be surprised when your elevation offends those who tried to sabotage you. Favor frustrates those who operate from jealousy. They won't understand how you keep rising. They won't know how you recovered so fast. And they'll search for reasons, but the only explanation is this. I defended you. Not just emotionally, not just spiritually, but structurally. I held the foundation of your life in place while they tried to collapse it. They underestimated the architect. They forgot who laid your cornerstone. I am the builder, and I never lose what I build. You are walking into a season where your name will be spoken in rooms you've never entered. But it won't be their doing. It will be mine. I'm placing your name on the hearts of those with the power to bless you. I am raising up divine connections that owe you nothing but are compelled to help you. They won't be impressed by charisma. They'll be drawn to your character. They won't be moved by image. They'll be moved by the oil. I'm releasing partnerships that come with no strings, no sabotage, and no competition. You won't have to guard your back because I've already surrounded you. Everything that once drained you will now fuel you. The conversations that used to leave you confused will now make you sharp. The people who used to take advantage of you will now be blocked from your access. You are no longer in survival, you are in strategy. I am sharpening your discernment so you will no longer mistake proximity for purpose. You've outgrown the version of yourself that allowed disrespect in the name of love. Now, you move in wisdom. Now, you set the standard. Now you protect what I've placed in you. I am not just healing your heart. I'm reordering your environment. Everything around you must now match the glory I've placed within you. No more tolerating confusion. No more negotiating with dysfunction. No more explaining your boundaries to those who only show up to cross them. You are allowed to walk away from what insults your purpose, and I will bless your steps when you do. Every time you choose alignment over approval, I will reward you. Every time you choose obedience over offense, I will elevate you. You are not being punished for separating, you are being preserved. So move forward, not in fear, but in authority, not in pain, but in purpose. You are not what they did to you. You are not what they said about you. You are what I have called you, chosen, defended, and destined. Let the consequences play out, let the judgments fall, let the voices fade. But you, chosen one, rise. Your future is unfolding and nothing they tried to do can stop it. Chosen one, hear me now. There is no force in existence that can override my defense of you. I defend you not out of pity, but because you are positioned. You are a carrier of destiny, and anything that threatens that destiny invites my direct intervention. I am not reacting. I am enforcing. I have already determined what will stand and what will fall, and anyone who rises against you will fall by their own pride. They don't need to see your strength. They will see mine. And when I move, it will be without warning, without negotiation, and without reversal. My justice is swift, and my protection is thorough. You've endured the rumors, the betrayal, and the strategic rejection of people who thought they had the power to stop what I was building in you. But now comes the reversal. The voices that rose against you will become silent with conviction. The plans that were made in secret will be exposed in daylight. I will cause their own actions to speak against them. You won't need to retaliate, defend, or explain. I will allow the fruit to speak, and the fruit I am producing in your life will leave no doubt about who has favored you. This next wave of vindication will not come through conflict, it will come through clarity. This is the season where I separate the watchers from the builders. Some only stayed close enough to observe but not to invest. They monitored your journey, not because they supported you but because they were waiting for your failure. And yet, chosen one, you did not fail. You grew. You wept, but you grew. You lost, but you lived. And now they will watch again. But this time, they will see fruit they had no hand in planting. They will watch increase they can't claim and progress they can't explain. Your consistency in the shadows is about to be crowned in the light. I am vindicating you through legacy. What they tried to delay will outlive them. What they mocked in your present will become your children's inheritance. Your obedience today is unlocking blessings that your bloodline will walk in tomorrow. They didn't just insult you, they insulted the future I planted in your spirit. But what they dismissed, I preserved. And now I'm releasing it, not just for your sake, but for every life that will be transformed through your story. You are not just walking into breakthrough, you are becoming one. I am removing false responsibility from your shoulders. You are not responsible for changing their hearts. You are not responsible for making them see your value. That is my job. You are not the redeemer. You are the redeemed. Your only responsibility is to keep moving forward in obedience. Let me deal with their hearts while you focus on the harvest. What I have called you to carry cannot be delayed by someone else's refusal to change. I am severing the soul ties that once bound you to their approval. You are free now. Let me tell you what freedom really looks like. It's when their words don't sting anymore. It's when their absence doesn't paralyze you. It's when their silence no longer defines your worth. That's where you are now. You are stepping into an identity that is completely detached from their permission. You no longer need their validation to move forward. I have spoken, and that is enough. You are free to walk, to build, to laugh, to prosper, and to become everything I said you would be, without looking back for applause or agreement. I am now surrounding you with those who will protect what others tried to exploit. I'm sending voices that speak life, hands that lift, and hearts that see you as I do. This is divine replacement. For every connection that was lost, I am sending alignment that is better. You will no longer feel the need to dim your light, to stay in toxic rooms. I am creating a new table, and only those who can honor your calling will be seated. You will not be tolerated in this next season. You will be celebrated, and not for performance, but for purpose. So walk in peace, chosen one. Walk knowing that every plan against you is already defeated. Walk knowing that every lie told will fall to the ground. Walk knowing that every attempt to shame you will only serve to glorify me. Your enemies did not succeed, your faith did not fail, and your story is far from over. What's coming next is not restoration of the old, it's the release of the new, and no one who touched you wrongfully will be able to stop it. Chosen one, as you enter this next chapter, understand this. I'm not just defending your past, I'm guarding your future. There are doors opening now that require your full attention, your full presence, and your full trust in me. You cannot afford to be distracted by old battles. You cannot afford to re-engage with what I've already shut down. I've closed those cycles so that you could walk freely into the next. Don't look for closure where I've already rendered judgment. Don't revisit conversations I've silenced. It's time to focus on what's ahead. I have prepared something so precise, so divine, that it can only be carried by someone who's unshaken by noise and unmoved by bitterness. Your defense isn't just against people, it's against patterns. I am breaking cycles that tried to repeat through familiar faces. That same spirit of betrayal, that same spirit of manipulation, the same rejection that once followed you, it ends here. I'm not just defending your reputation, I'm defending your bloodline. You are the interruption. You are the one who said, "This ends with me," and because of that I'm surrounding you with a force field of favor. Generational cycles of failure, poverty, and emotional sabotage are being broken, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, working through your yes. Let me speak this plainly. What couldn't kill you will now promote you. What was sent to distract you will now elevate you. I use all things. I redeem all things, and nothing touches you without going through me first. That situation that looked like a loss is actually your launchpad. That connection that fell apart was a setup for something purer. I don't waste pain and I don't lose battles. So if I allowed it, I will use it. You're going to come out of this season stronger, sharper, and more secure in me than ever before. And your story will not be one of survival. It will be one of supernatural promotion. Watch how I elevate you beyond their imagination. Watch how I prosper you in the same place they tried to oppress you. Watch how I make your obedience the very thing that confounds their strategy. They won't understand how you keep winning, but it will be undeniable that it is I who defends you. You don't need to announce your rise. You don't need to explain your transformation. Your peace will be your loudest answer. Your fruit will be your only response, and my glory will be the only explanation. Let's pause for a second. If this spoke to you, hit that like button right now. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's next. And drop 55 in the comments. That number marks your covenant, your new beginning, and your divine alignment. There will be moments when you feel the urge to explain, to confront, to correct. Don't. Let silence do what your words never could. I'm fighting battles behind the scenes that your mouth would only complicate. Let me be your defender. Let me be your witness. You are not being passive. You are being preserved. You are not walking away in weakness. You are walking forward in wisdom. Let the fruit prove your faith. Let the evidence silence the attack. You don't owe them closure. You owe me your obedience. I am delivering you from every form of counterfeit connection, from people who only stayed to drain, from relationships that masked manipulation as loyalty, from those who loved your gift, but not your growth. I am protecting your progress. You've outgrown environments that were never meant to sustain your promise, and now I'm planting you in soil that matches your purpose. You are about to flourish, not just in public, but in private, in mindset, in wholeness, in peace. Let them say what they want. Let them make their assumptions. Let them draw conclusions without context. You're not living for their understanding. You're living for my instruction. And my instruction is this: move forward. Let me handle the noise. Let me handle the consequences. Let me prove what only I can prove. You are covered. You are called. You are chosen. And what I've started, no man, no lie, and no weapon can stop. Chosen one, this is your final reminder, not from a voice around you, but from the voice within you. I have never left your side. From the moment they touched you, I marked the moment for response. I was never distant. I was never confused. I was never unaware. Every tear, every sigh, every question you carried in silence, I carried them with you. I bore witness to your restraint when retaliation seemed justified. I honored your obedience when walking away felt like loss. I remembered your faithfulness when it wasn't seen or praised, and now I will reward it, not in theory but in undeniable reality. You are not the victim of their decisions. You are the evidence of my sovereignty. You didn't win because you were louder, stronger, or more strategic. You won because I covered you. I blocked what should have destroyed you. I extended mercy where judgment was due, not just for them, but for you too. I've used even your mistakes to bring about my plan. That's how deeply I defend those I choose. My defense doesn't require your perfection. It only requires your position. And you, chosen one, have remained in position even when it hurt, even when it cost you. Now you will walk in a rest that confuses your enemies. You will experience peace that doesn't match your surroundings. You will carry authority that intimidates what once intimidated you. This is not a reward. It is a result. The result of choosing me over vengeance, silence over shouting, purpose over people-pleasing. You let go when I said let go. You endured when I said be still. You obeyed when others ran. And now you will harvest what only obedience can produce. Not scraps, but fullness. Not leftovers, but legacy. I don't just defend you, I distinguish you. They won't understand why I chose you. Let them wrestle, let them speculate. It was never about being the most qualified. It was always about being the most surrendered. And you, even with all your flaws, gave me your yes. That yes was enough. That yes broke chains. That yes triggered heaven. That yes authorized me to step in and do what man said was impossible. So stand tall now, not in pride, but in prophetic confidence. You are not the same. You are not who they remember. You are not who they tried to define. You are exactly who I called, set apart, divinely defended, and eternally mine.